Well, first of all, Roanoke's always meant so much to me because of it being based in that Appalachian style. That's where my music is, where I'm from. That's where I live. I'm from the foothills of those Appalachian mountains. So I've always felt connected to that bluegrass country storyteller type lifestyle. And but August the 16th of 2019, being in Roanoke and playing through um, the coast is clear, and having the hemorrhagic stroke there on stage, and then the EMTs and the firemen that basically saved my life in that hospital there, that saved my life. It's something that will always be a part of my life for forever. So it's definitely a special place, and I've wanted to get back for a long time because we were only 5 songs into the show, and if you know me, it's all about playing the best show that people have ever seen, and they didn't get their money's worth that day. So I got to get back and rock them. So um, I'm really, really glad that, first of all, that I'm alive to get back and do it. Um, but it's going to be really special. It's going to be really emotional, and it's going to be a fun time. I'm sure my wife will come and family will come and see that, because it's something that literally should have and and could have took my life.
I've listened to talking some of the podcasts and some of the old articles about how optimistic of a person you are, you were, just all around. How do you stay so optimistic, especially considering everything you've been through?
Yeah. Well, it's just it's work. It takes work to to come every day and wake up and look at the good instead of the bad. But I don't. That's the way I want to live. I want to live life like that, because who wants to be around somebody that is focused on the bad? And it's not that fake, like, oh, I'm just going to focus on the good today you know, because I'm in the name of optimism. It's because I've trained, myself through, no matter what happens health wise, no matter what happens in the universe, um, that the good is right beside the bad, and I'm going to choose to look at it every time. And it took a lot of work and a lot of repetition to do that, because through that stroke, being paralyzed and not being able to walk, I had a lot of opportunities to fall into the deep dark holes that were the negative and were the bad. And I don't know, there was something inside of me that said, you know what, you're just lucky to be alive, you're lucky to be here, and you can be a voice to a lot of people if you'll just keep going. And that voice for me spiritually is God, and is the universe, and is my spirit, and my spiritual beliefs and my faith. That's what kept me ticking. And not not in this religious sense of, you know, of everybody. Yeah, I just felt that God wanted me to tell people about it, and wanted me to tell people that tomorrow is going to be better than today, and just to keep going forward and keep moving forward, because it's not your plan, it's His plan. And that's how I kept um, the optimism through it all.
Obviously, you have new album out, The Optimistic, good mix of make you cry and make you want to tap your toe a little bit. I know that you've been working on that, for a few years now. Just tell us about that album and what it means to you.
Yeah. Well, when I first started being able to walk um, out of the stroke, I wanted to write. I wanted to write and start penciling my next album together. And my publisher said, "Well, nobody's meeting in the publishing house. The pandemic is set in. Um, would you be willing to write on Zoom?" And I was like, "Man, I'll write on Morse code. I don't care what it is. I'll smoke signals. I'll do whatever I need to do. I just want to get out there and write the story and be an inspiration to people, and let people know that even through a stroke and through being paralyzed, that you can go out there, and the book is better. The chapters get deeper, and the songs get better. And that's what I wanted to write and be able to get down. So I started putting these songs together that started forming the optimistic, and started forming that, you know, that mentality of, this is the way I'm going to face this. I'm going to tell everybody and share it with everybody. I'm not going to try to hide my limp or hide my deficit to my left side, or I'm not going to not go on stage because I can't play guitar right now because my left hand's numb. I'm just going to go out there and do the best I can do, and hopefully some people are inspired by it. And that's what this record is just the story of a man that you know, through God's grace and a lot of people helping him out, was able to get back up on stage and able to get back and be a voice and sing his songs and do the thing that he loved.
What would you say to that person who may be listening to your music to get through whatever they're trying to get through? What would be your advice for them?
That everything that you're going through, the struggles and the heartaches, like, I learned to embrace them. And I know that's a cliche, but I learned that if I'm going through something tough, that consider it greatness, consider it good, that you're going through something tough, and grab it, and don't think that, oh, I'm the only one going through this cancer, or I'm the only one going through this uh, my baby passing away, or I'm the only one going through a stroke, or my parents. Everybody since the beginning of time has been going through really, really tough things, and we're tough. And if you're going through something, it's meant to be. I One of the hardest things that I could think that you could face is maybe a child passing away, and I've had many friends that their children have unfortunately passed away from some crazy reasons. But that, you can be a blessing to somebody that is going through the same thing, and you can always get through it and get to the next day. And it's not about you necessarily, it's about the whole story that's coming out of it. And just surrender to something bigger than yourself. It's not about you, and it's not about your feelings and how hurt you are. Like, and cut yourself some slack. I'm not trying to be a tough ass here. I'm trying to say that it's bigger than you. The story's bigger than you. So go out and carry the torch of of healing, and help other people that are going through the other stuff, and that in turn will help you heal and get through your downfall, your whatever it is that is hanging you up.
How do you stay so true to Drake White and the music that you want to play in such a difficult industry?
I don't think that, for me, I've never had a problem with authenticity. I was raised in a household that was just always encouraging me to be myself. And of course, I have those times where, oh man, I'm not you, when you're in seventh grade or whatever, or you feel like you don't look good, or you feel like you know, you feel like you're might sound bad or do this, or of course I have these times that I don't have the confidence that necessarily I was born with. But I just remember that I was put on this earth to do great things. I remember that the way that I feel when I'm singing is good, and I chase after that lightning bug effect. Like, I'm going towards that lightning. Like, I'm not going towards the stuff that makes me feel bad. Singing and being in front of people makes me feel good, so I chase after that, and in an authentic way. And I do it because I want to. I don't do it because Instagram tells me. I don't do it because that's what's going to get me likes. I do it because that's what music is to me. Like, it's part of me, and I want to do that. So I chase after those things that innately are authentically me. You know what I mean?
Do you think that's why your music resonates with so many people, especially people in our area and in small town America?
Yeah, I would like to think so. I mean, I don't really know. I do and write what I know. I live my experience, and it's through the POV of me. It's through my point of view of how I'm going through, and I don't write every single day. I don't go through this world saying, "Oh, I got to get a hit or I got to get a song." I just write, you know, what I feel and write what I think sounds good and sounds cool and that I would like to listen to, and in turn that just comes out like this. So I mean, I try not to think about it too much, and I try not to take myself too serious. And I think that it comes across to people in Roanoke or um, different regions of the U.S. and of the world, because it is just me being me and me being authentic.
So the other day I was trying to describe your music to someone, and I'll be frank, I did a horrible job. So I ended up just having to play a couple of songs. So how would Drake White describe Drake White's music to someone?
All right, if it's July the 4th and there's fireworks going off and it feels good and there's lightning bucks popping out there in the world, and there's that soulful thing that you get when you go into church, but you can have a beer in church and you can have a good time and you can jump around and do all this, and it feels like a revival and it feels like a circus all at the same time. But I'm going to dance and I'm going to have a good time. I might make you feel uncomfortable a little bit, but I might make you realize something that you didn't realize, or the music might. And I might not have anything to do with it. I'm just a conduit to what I'm going through. So um, it is a bit of a tent revival and a bit of a Southern rock anthemic circus.
Is there anything that you would like for your fans to know about you, or anything you'd like to share?
Just that this is all I've ever wanted to do. And, people always ask me about how they can help. Just listen to the music. Just share it. Share it with your friends, dogs, and neighbors. Come to the show. Hang out. Support your local music that you like. If you like somebody, tell somebody else. And for me, you coming to the show and buying a T-shirt and a hat and hanging out and asking me back to Roanoke's enough. So just come to the show.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me, and I've kept you quite a while, so I won't keep you any longer. I know everyone looks forward to seeing you on Thursday. I'm still trying to convince my boss to let me off.
Well, you got to get off. Come on.
Have a good day. Thank you so much. Have fun in New York.
All right. See ya.